All right, guys. Sorry about that. We're back now. So what I was saying was, me and these clowns that are surrounding me here
This fucking man
So this guy, where the fuck
were in the group chat, and we were having big debates over the fight last weekend about Usyk and where he is going to go and where he is ranked in the all-time pantheon of cruiserweights.
What a fucking word.
Whip that out.
You know, I brought out the thesaurus, boys, the Webster's.
Reese brought
So-
up the glasses.
And we officially have our first guest on the show.
Yeah.
So on the right over here, you can't really see his face. It's too big for the camera. We got Pee Wee Mike Heavyweight. Matt Heavyweight.
What the fuck?
Pee-wee.
What? He's got
Ahmed
35 pounds. of meat.
Shoshani. And my brother, Reese Turner over here.
Yeah.
So yeah, first official guest on the Combat Hour.
What?
Yeah. The real guest.
So,
Where's
guys,
Justin when you need him?
Fuck Justin. We don't need Justin. So yeah, what do you guys think, man?
About,
What do you think
about Usyk?
about Usyk?
I think he's fucking amazing, dude. Guy's unreal. I love the way he fights. I mean, dude can box, and like he showed he has a lot more power than I thought he had. He knocked the fuck out of the ring.
Does it mean anything though that he was behind in the fight?
Well, he adjusted.
On all
Doesn't really
sports.
matter. He
But
adjusted.
how was he behind?
On
Getting
point.
hit with hard
Gosh,
shots.
at the end of the day, it's like what the
Like
fuck.
Bellew was fighting, was he outclassing him? Do you know what I mean? Like it was a competitive fight.
Yeah, but you could be
Right.
winning and not outclassing someone.
Of course, but it was a competitive fight, so it wasn't like he was leaps and margins over
Right.
and then he just knocked
Right,
him
right,
out.
right.
There's a
Don't get me
difference
wrong.
there's a difference in like a close tit for tat, and then Bellew started fading,
Right,
Yeah.
for sure.
which
Big
is but like Bellew could beat anybody also. Do you know what I mean?
Bellew's good, but like to me, he's like a guy. He kind of like I wouldn't say limited, but like he's like a dude that like he gets to a certain point and it's kind of like okay, that's what he's gonna do. Type
Yeah.
thing. But then again, he's
Like
like
he has
very
a ceiling.
fine, right?
Yeah, we
He's
thought,
a ceiling.
but no one thought he was gonna beat Haig. No
Well,
one thought he
he
was gonna beat
also-
Haig again.
Okay, but for one, dude tore his Achilles like all the way in half,
And then what happened?
and his leg was never the same, bro. You could tell he was dragging his leg the whole fight. Come on, bro.
Bro, okay,
David
okay,
Cruiserweight
okay.
Haig
Did you
was
think he was
destroyed.
gonna win? Did you think he was gonna win?
No, I didn't.
Period. Period. End of story.
But yeah, Bellew, I don't mind him. He's okay. But at the end of the day, he reminded me a lot of Usyk. Reminded me a lot of like Floyd Mayweather. The way that he just like the first 4 rounds.
Bro, I didn't see that coming.
Ignorant.
I was so.
Straight up
I
ignorant,
know.
bro. Straight up ignorant.
How's it ignorant? What
Okay.
does Floyd Mayweather do? He adjusts mid-fight. He figures guys out. He could be losing, and he eventually pulls away and wins somehow. Usyk adjusted in the 5th round, and from the 5th, 6th, 7th
Yeah,
round,
against no slouch.
you
And a
could
close fight.
you could tell he
Next
was
best guy in the division.
when Bellew was countering him with all those right hands. You could tell he was feinting his jab or his southpaw jab so that Bellew would go to throw it, and he would step to his right, so Bellew couldn't hit him with the right anymore, and he wouldn't put his head into the left, and he didn't get hit with another right hand after from like the 5th round on. I don't think a clean one at least. And he started just pot shotting the guy, boxing him, walking him down. You could see his face was breaking down. He ended up just knocking him out.
Okay.
It was amazing. It was a great performance by Usyk.
So, that being said, he's talking about moving up to
To
heavyweight.
Joshua?
Jesus
Are you
He
serious?
wants Joshua at the end of 2019.
I give him mad respect. What do you think about that shit, Al?
I think what the problem with boxing, everybody says is there's too much red tape to make the fights that people want to see.
Yeah.
So like I get hyping a fight.
Yeah.
I get having each guy fight a guy and make it even bigger. So like both fights are really big with Wilder fighting Fury and then now Joshua fighting Usyk. Both those fights are going to be greater, make tons of money each.
Yeah.
And then the collision fight, if that ever happens.
Do we have to kill off Usyk before you had a chance?
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So like, why is he being used as a sacrificial lamb to heighten up? No,
I don't
seriously,
really think it's-
to heighten up the Joshua Wilder fight. Seriously, there's nobody else at heavyweight he can fight.
Correct.
There's nobody else.
Dylan White, fucking Jarrell Miller.
Quebec King?
He already fucked
He's
Quebec.
he's fighting
Yeah,
the Romanian guy.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fun.
It's gonna be good.
Who is? Oh.
Jarrell Miller.
What do you
I
think
can't
about
stand
him?
Jarrell.
What do you think about
He's a
Big
fucking
Baby?
retard.
He's annoying.
He's
as
so
shit.
funny, but he's a
He's
clown.
so
bro.
funny.
Bro, get in shape, dude. Like, get in the
Get-
fucking shape.
But
You're
like
supposed to be a professional
he
athlete.
fought kickboxing before that,
Yeah.
and he didn't just like kind of kickbox. Like he kickboxed professionally.
Yeah, he was nice.
I think it'd be a great fight him and Dylan White. It'd be a great
Yeah.
fight.
Dylan White kickbox too. I think Dylan White would knock him out, but
Really? I think
yeah, the dude just comes forward with no head movement, bro.
Yeah.
Dylan White has
Yeah.
more reach and he probably is a harder puncher.
You don't want that.
And he's more athletic and he's probably stronger. The dude's fucking. You ever looked at his neck, dude? And
Dude's
his
300
shoulder?
pounds. Though.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, he's 300 pounds at like 40% body fat. Like what the fuck?
He is.
40%.
He is. He's not lying.
He's
You're
maybe
not
like
lying.
30, but he's fucking fat, dude. Yeah, he's obviously
Like
a strong guy.
but then it's like that's what I'm saying. So is the heavyweight division that shallow
Yes.
that
No.
you have to fight Usyk? You have to fight the cruiserweight right when he.
No.
I think a lot of it has to
He's
do with the
very
fact that, like, I guess Eddie Hearn put it out there for Usyk to fight him. And what's Usyk gonna say? He's not gonna be like, I'm not fighting him.
He's
Like,
a G.
he obviously believes he's gonna win that
I
fight.
got nothing but respect for the man, but everyone is living in the present too much. Let's just remember what Joshua did to Wilder. Please, just don't forget that was only a year ago.
Yeah, I understand.
You mean Vladimir?
Vladimir Klitschko.
Klitschko.
Sorry,
Not
yeah,
Wilder.
to Klitschko. My
Okay,
bad.
but I get what you're saying, but the thing that pisses me off is the fact that Joshua's so ready to jump on this fight.
Yeah, right?
He could have fought fucking Wilder or Fury, and he didn't even get
He's gonna get
some shit done with him.
There's
You know
business, bro. It's business for the sport. He's gonna get paid very similar
I
money
get it's
to
business,
smash the man.
I get it's business, but why is it that Fury and Wilder made the fight happen in like a week?
Because
When they were negotiating, he was negotiating.
Because they actually want
they
to fight.
yes,
Joshua doesn't.
Joshua.
But here's the thing. It's like, yeah, business first, all of that first, yeah. But like the reason you watch anything is to watch a guy like Mike Tyson, who's a killer. He's not gonna say no to anybody. He's gonna fucking.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like, a guy who's not doing that, how much respect does he actually deserve? So like everybody keeps talking
Do
about
you
how
think
great
it's
Joshua is.
Or do you think
No,
it's people? Do you think it's
I don't
people?
really.
Okay,
I
whether
can't
it's a
say, I
fighter
don't
or his
know.
people, the fighter has the last say. If a fighter wants to take something, no matter what his camp, no matter what his coach, no matter what his management is saying, he can take a fight. He can accept a fight.
Right.
So like that's the thing. That's why people have a lot of respect for what's his face.
Fury?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he'll just do it.
Just
He'll take
stepped
it.
up. You know, for 2
Steps up
years.
for 2.5 years. Not just out for 2.5 years, like
Put on
Doing
100
all the drugs.
yeah, doing all the drugs, cocaine,
Fucking all
every
the
night,
steroids.
everything. Married at home, out with the women of the night, like you were saying, and comes back and fat as fuck.
But the fact that he can just admit that and not feel, and like he can come out and say that shit to people and not feel insecure, be strong about it.
Oh, I mean,
Good for him, man. It shows nothing but respect for the man. He's changed his life around. I'm happy. I really would like to see him win this fight. That's a different topic. Anyways,
I think Usyk
But what can Usyk do? So let's say like Usyk doesn't fight Joshua.
He's
What-
on
what-
match
what's
Let's
he
see,
do?
okay, Chisora has
What's
a fight
next?
with White right now, so he can't fight either of them.
but their fight is soon, is it not? It's like,
Yeah, I guess, but like, what? You don't really schedule a fight.
okay, Jarrell Miller fights tomorrow. Why can't he fight
Yeah.
Jarrell Miller? That'd be a good fight.
Let's say Jarrell
Jarrell
Miller.
Miller's
Honestly,
bigger,
against the
but
guy that he's fighting, is probably going to take minimal damage.
The
Jarrell
guy's
Jarrell
on-
Miller,
guy's undefeated.
Jarrell Miller.
Yeah.
I don't care how big the guy is or strong. He's just gonna get outclassed if he fought Usyk. But yeah,
Miller says he would stop Usyk quick.
Miller said-
bro,
Yeah.
Miller would have so much brain damage after that fight. He would just get so cleanly, it would be ridiculous. He has no defense. He has no head movement. Yeah, I get he's big. He might not get stopped because he's fucking huge, right? But he'll take probably 400 or 500 clean shots.
How many jabs would he get?
He would get hit with at least
Oh my
300
God.
jabs,
Yes.
at least.
And
So
you
his
said-
whole fucking left side of his face would be just.
Didn't Usyk
popped.
fight a guy didn't he fight a heavyweight before?
Yeah,
Joe Choice.
Yeah.
in the amateurs,
Yeah.
there was no headgear,
Fucked him up bad.
and he destroyed it.
Killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You watch him,
But
like,
Joyce-
his just natural aggression.
Usyk's gotten way better since then.
Yeah,
way
way
better.
infinitely better.
Yeah.
But like what I'm saying is, before the skill came along, he's a fighter.
He is
You
a
know what I
fighter.
mean?
You can tell he's
In
fucking
the fight,
insane.
he's not like, oh shit, I'm gonna.
Like if this guy wasn't.
He
a
wasn't
fighter,
backing away at all. He
probably-
was like, hey, this guy
He got hit
He'd be the
right,
reason
he
for
was smiling
some.
at
doesn't
him.
give a fuck.
Bro, if he wasn't a fighter, man, he would be the reason for some missing Ukrainian people. He's fucking insane. This guy's fucking. Look at his eyes. He's fucked.
Don't listen.
No, when you look at his eyes, his haircut, and the gap
Oh,
in his teeth,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
literally-
listen. If you are
His
listening to
nose
this,
is like-
Usyk, Fix your fucking teeth, bro. You're a
Oh,
multi-millionaire.
he doesn't know. That just looked.
You're getting
invisible
paid, bro.
fuck.
He's pulling Anthony Davis, bro, with the fucking.
Yo, I don't- I don't-
bro. Fuck off, man. God,
Yeah, obviously, I think Joshua would win that. He'd probably end up stopping him.
I know an orthodontist, bro. I got you. Don't worry.
But
Anyways,
it's
But
just.
what if? No, listen to this. What if Belly or not Belly? What if Usyk wins that?
against who?
If
Joshua.
Usyk wins that, he's
What
good.
if he
He's
Ruins
got-
the
How
fucking.
is- ruins everything.
Everything.
Ruins
Everything.
everything.
If Usyk wins that, in my
Meaning-
opinion, he's got to be like the #1 pound-for-pound boxer on earth.
100%.
Today, yeah,
Easily.
easily.
He'd be top. That'd be top 10 like of all time if he beat fucking Joshua.
Yeah, even with just 16 fights too.
It'd be
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. 16 fights, and we talking about. Yeah, but that'd be. He would be the best fighter.
And you know what sucks is he would not get the recognition he deserves.
Why
if
not?
He did that because heavyweight boxing isn't that big, dude.
It is now.
Well,
It's
it
getting
depends. If you
huge.
fight
It's
Joshua,
getting
it's big.
huge, but like he's not. He wouldn't be a household name like
Who's got
Conor McGregor would.
150,000
It's hard
followers
to-
on
No,
his
but
fight?
like McGregor overnight became a household
Marshall.
name, and so everything he did, people would know about.
It's sad to say.
For people to randomly now, like for the woman at the grocery store to start saying Usyk's name, I don't see that happening.
No.
I see her saying McGregor's name,
Yeah.
but I would say him beating Joshua is a way bigger accomplishment in terms of the fights that he did it at
Yeah.
than McGregor. What McGregor did, but
Way
Oh,
bigger.
yeah,
he
yeah.
would not get the
No,
respect
that's
at all.
The
And
reason
again,
is.
boxing isn't as big as it
It's
should be.
happening on the other side of the pond too, though.
Other side of
Okay.
the pond, sure, but it's dispersed.
What were you saying?
A lot of it has to do with the fact that like Eastern European fighters never really get the credit they deserve because of the fact that the Western world, like it's an English speaking
Yeah.
world, you know, and like
Yeah.
essentially, yeah, England is over there with like I guess they're not in the EU anymore, but they're basically Europe.
Yeah.
But they're not really Europe. You know what I mean? They're more like closer to like the Western world than like
In terms of like
what
how
they do.
culturally
Culturally,
people take it, yeah.
like you don't.
You're going to England.
They're
is
not in
exactly
England
trap.
talking about fucking Lomachenko and Usyk, bro. It's
Yeah.
like they're talking about Joshua. They're talking about
Wilder.
Wilder. They're talking about those guys.
Josh Kelly.
Because Josh Kelly, like, because they speak English, man. Like they can relate to them. Like it's.
Matchroom boxing.
That's why Golovkin kind of got big though, because he came over to the States. He fought in the States.
Yeah.
And he
Speaks
kind
English.
of learned how to speak English to a degree.
That's the thing. If
He's a
you
good boy.
make an effort to like, if you always have to have a translator, you're never gonna cut.
No.
You're never gonna make it in North America.
Fighting's only half of it, bro. You need to be able to
Yeah,
make
exactly.
promos, man. The mic is huge.
And like when you speak a different language, it just like puts like when somebody's I don't know, it's almost like they're an alien. Do you know what I mean?
Because you
And then as soon as English comes out of your mouth, yeah.
Man, here's a good example. Muhammad Ali hasn't fought since the 80s, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So, like, we're going on almost 30, 40 years here.
Yeah.
We still hear quotes that he said
Yeah.
almost every week. Someone's
Yeah.
talking about Muhammad Ali, what he's
And
done, things
he
he
wasn't
said.
the biggest boxer of all time just because of his accomplishments.
What he did.
he honestly
He
is
said.
because
probably
of
was the
him.
biggest athlete of all
Yeah,
time. Like he's
I would say
the biggest
athlete of all
celebrity
time.
possibly of all
We
time.
were talking about I forget who this debate. Lou was saying Messi.
No, he wasn't
Bigger
bigger
than
than
all
Muhammad
these.
Ali.
He's saying I
Ignorance.
think he said Messi.
Bro,
Messi
obviously fucking
being bigger.
Luke, you actually are an
worldwide.
autistic.
If Messi
dude.
died-
Honestly.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Messi's
Honestly,
bigger
over
than Muhammad
Muhammad
Ali.
Ali, dude.
Muhammad Ali literally changed
Muhammad
the
Ali.
world. dude.
Blasphemy.
Tell me when Messi
Blasphemy.
comes back and stands up for something he believes in. Fuck that piggy. Yo, what the hell?
If Messi died tomorrow, I'm not wishing no bad on anybody, but it would not be the same deal that when Muhammad Ali died 2
Yeah,
years ago.
no.
It wouldn't be the same.
And Muhammad that was Muhammad Ali, old,
Old.
decrepit.
Yeah.
People
And
knew he
people
was
knew
gonna
he was
die.
gonna
shell
Yeah.
himself. Yeah.
People knew he was gonna. If he died in the height of his career, could you
Oh
imagine?
Bro, the fact that he got taken out of his career in the prime years of his
Yeah,
career,
yeah.
we might not have ever seen the
we
best
didn't
Ali.
see the-
But we don't even know this like how crazy his like we kind of know how crazy his story is, but we don't because we don't live in that time period anymore. If like something like that happened today with an athlete, in terms of like military influence and like that's what, like it'd be the biggest story ever.
Yeah.
It'd be the only thing we
Yeah.
could talk about. If there was an American fighter who denied going to war or some shit like that, like some shit went down in the Middle East, and like, do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that would be the biggest news story. You'd have people protesting.
Yeah.
You have people protesting just because, like,
Well, look at the big deal you're getting from when the Warriors won. They didn't want to go see Trump because every
Yeah.
year the finals team goes and sees the president.
yeah.
Okay, let's be honest though, bro. Trump isn't as bad as people make him out. Let's be fucking real. Like, I'm not a huge
That's
Trump
a
fan.
whole
No.
nother
But he's making a he
I'm
makes
not
a
a
That's a
huge
whole
Trump
nother
fan, but if you
conversation.
look at like the economy of the United States since Trump came in, it's only gotten better, dude.
It's not just the economy.
Like,
It's
if you're a white male, you will thrive under Donald Trump.
Dude, fucking guy hangs out with Kanye West, bro.
Because
did you know
Kanye West-
did you know he was the
He's
only
not black anymore. He's a rich black man.
Like,
He's a white man now.
Donald Trump was the only famous white man that came out and had Mike Tyson's back when he got that rape charge.
that's true.
Did you know that?
He surrounds himself. Where's the non-wealthy black people? Where he's only surrounds himself with the top A-listers
But like,
of African American
dude,
culture.
but here's what nobody is saying. He's a genius. Nobody's saying Trump is. What's happening is he's being used as an image to cause conflict.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Divide
what's
and
happening
conquer.
is divide and conquer.
Yeah.
You caught like there isn't any real racism that exists in terms of like are there any laws that prohibit anybody
Right.
of a different
Right,
color
right,
from doing anything?
No,
No.
no.
Are there so like racism you can only find
Ideology.
to somebody like in individuals.
Yes.
So it's not something that's like I guess now with the whole like the groups and the white supremacist groups, but even that like if you look at the hard statistics, it's that in the past 25 years, violent crime is going down at a market rate. In the States it is.
You can
It
change.
is.
You can make stats kind
No,
of
no,
use
no,
them
no,
in
no,
your
no.
bend them in your favor. That's bullshit.
Sure, but that's a cop out thing to say when you're presented with stats.
Yeah.
To say that like
Yeah, it's such
you
a
can bend
compliment.
stats.
What are you talking?
No, because you can.
No,
I
you
can
say
say
that, but
bend
you're not.
stats,
But,
stats,
but,
stats.
but okay, if you looked at the study and you saw specific problems, sure. But like in terms of raw numbers of the violent crime that's actually happening, there's not much display in terms of 500 people got stabbed last year and now 300 people got stabbed last year.
There's nothing.
I don't know how you're gonna
It's
spin
fucking-
that.
Right.
You know what I
can't.
mean? Violent crime is going
Oh,
down,
those motherfuckers left the country for a
But-
while.
but reports on crimes are going up. It makes no sense. So what happens is when things start to level out and be all right, you have to give the illusion that things are amok. You know what I mean? Every
See?
time a black dude gets shot, you report about it and cause a national riot. Every time. Every time. And what it does is keep reminding people it's black versus white. That's all you gotta do.
It is,
You keep
yeah.
reminding people. Listen, people are stupid. If especially when it comes to like people fight over who's gonna win, the Steelers or fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People literally fight over that.
That's so.
So then you put it down to you
I'm not
put
gonna
it
lie, I'm
skin
gonna
coloring
fight some
down.
guys in my uncle's basement when Khabib beat McGregor.
Yo, like Buffalo Wild
Yo,
Wings,
you
so
was so
fucking-
ready in the group chat.
I would
Suck
want to
my
kill
dick.
some.
Suck my
Bro, I was.
suck my dick.
I would
Yo,
tell.
fuck Khabib in the ass, bro. Fuck him right now. Bend him over.
Fucking was so mad,
Let's
guy.
fucking
But
talk.
then again, I got caught up in the fucking
Yeah,
division.
dude.
I got caught up in.
The thing is, that literally became more than a fight. That was a race war. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
that was
It
cultural.
kind
right
of
there.
was. It wasn't a racing. It was a cultural thing
Yeah.
because of the religious background Khabib comes from. But
Then again, okay, Khabib, let's be honest, bro. You can believe in like God and all that shit, but the fact that you believe so much in a religion that you're gonna like fucking let it control your life, it's kind of
oh my
retarded.
god, you're opening
That's
a
dark.
huge can of
Bro,
worms.
this is dark. For all the viewers, we're not having a bad, right?
Sucks my dick.
Honestly, hey, message to Khabib. Keep it to yourself. Honestly, that's it. That's
Bro,
it.
you're allowed to have sex, bud. You can take a shot of whiskey. Relax, buddy. Fuck.
We're not
Like
throwing
fucking
out-
Jesus drink wine, buddy.
The only thing I don't like about Khabib, like he's from the area that I'm from. He's from, you know what I mean. So there's that
Yeah.
hometown thing. But the religion thing, I just can't get behind because a lot of people from that area, because
I
the
didn't
reason
even know Russians were Muslim.
it's not
Yeah.
Russians, it's Chechen. It's the ethnicities that aren't Russian because when the Ottoman Empire was around, which
He
was
doesn't
the
really
most
look
recent
Russian.
empire, he doesn't.
He kind of looks like Turkish or some shit.
because they mix.
Oh.
Because of the religion. So when the Ottoman Empire was big, there was mass conversion in that area to Islam because the idea was we would convert, or not we, like the people in the area, we would convert to whoever helps us out.
I bet I was laughing at thinking about what I said after that fight. I was fucked.
What?
Shut the fuck up.
That was
Fuck, dude. I was
funny.
thinking about it. I was like, suck my dick. My bad, dude. Go ahead, bro.
But they would convert to whoever was the greater power who would help them fight the Russians. Do you know what I mean? Like, hey, we're hanging out with a bunch of Turks. Hey, I guess we're all Muslim now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that was the most recent thing, which came down.
That's some
So
weird
before that, it was mass conversion to Christianity, because like Chechens and Dagestanis originally are pagan. Like, the entire culture is pagan as fuck. All of them are alcoholics. All of them are. They're all alcoholics. The reason they need religion is because they can't handle alcohol. I swear to God.
So can you handle it?
Yeah, because it's a smart gorilla.
Why don't you ask
There you have it,
Luke?
ladies and
Why don't you
gentlemen.
ask Luke and Nishi?
No, but like
Fuck. I was doing some videos.
the problem is
I
like
can't handle mine.
the problem with a huge star shoving their religion down people's throats. It's like that is what creates a divide. It's like if you as a certain race fighter keep constantly referring to your race, then what you're gonna do is create a race war when you fight. So people don't support you because you're a good fighter, but they support you because they're biased towards your skin color or your religion,
Dude,
or where you're from,
fucking
which
hate
is
that.
fine. Like we accept the national thing, fine. Like what country you're from, be proud of it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, like
and it's like you want your country to win, or you want a guy that's like from your country to win. That's fine. But when it comes to like skin color, because skin color is a country based. It's not like you be prideful of your culture or your country or your. It's not that anymore. It then becomes like a blind thing. Like you could be black, but from a country that's not where people think you're from.
Right.
You could be white and be from
Yeah,
Russia, or
Canadian.
you could be white or be from fucking Canada.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't.
Yeah.
So when people harp on religion, or when fighters harp on religion, or anything like that, it's like distasteful, because what you're doing is creating like a.
That's why I don't like it.
You're narrowing who you
Exactly.
can sell yourself, your product to.
It's not that I
Yeah,
dislike
but it's
them.
also cheap to sell yourself based off of your religion. Oh, you're trying to gain fans just
Okay.
because you're the same religion as all
Yeah,
This
this.
is what I didn't
People
like.
support you because you're the same religion. That's what.
After Khabib won, I went on like Facebook and Instagram, and I saw all these people just saying shit like there was people saying they're proud to be a Muslim
Yeah,
because of
yeah, yeah.
Khabib. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck does
Yeah.
Khabib have to do with your
Yeah.
religion, dude? And I saw dudes who I know they've never watched a
A
fight.
fight ever.
They've never
been a fan.
trained.
Don't
They-
give a fuck.
They don't even fucking exercise, like
Yeah.
fat fucks.
Yeah, there's signal.
And they're like, oh, like they would comment on my status because I said I thought Conor McGregor was gonna win. They like comment on my status like some shit. I was like, dude, I wanted to like, I was just like, man, I kept my cool, but in my head I'm thinking like, why are you commenting, man? You don't even understand what the fuck was going on in the fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or
The
The only
or
reason you
anything
like him
leading
is
up
because
to
he's
it.
the exact same
And
religion
religion
as
is
you. That's fucked.
And
Man.
I'm
not going for
honestly-
Conor because he believes some shit I believe. I just like his shit. I like that he talks shit and throws dollies through fucking buses. I like that shit. I respect it. That's why I went for him. Sorry, man. Like I don't like
But
it.
honestly, I'm not mad at it. I like it because when people out themselves like that on social media, like people who were never interested in fighting before, never gave a shit, but suddenly they're the same religion as this person, so they get. It's like you're pointing out the fact that you're a small-minded,
Shallow fuck.
dumb.
There's ignorance.
Yeah,
There's ignorance.
there's absolutely.
Like I
there's
don't want to
ignorance, yeah.
associate with you.
But exactly, but
You know?
it like social media is a great tool for learning about who not to associate with.
Oh my god,
That's
dude.
true.
You go ahead.
No, go.
I post things on social media that are very controversial sometimes because I kind of want people to know what I think,
Yeah.
so that they don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
Because I don't fuck with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, go ahead. Matt's probably seen tons of my posts. Yeah. Marshall definitely knows what I'm talking about.
It's. I also think in the future, I think with that whole AI thing that's coming up.
We don't have time to do that.
I know that, but all I want to say is I think the one untapped thing about social media is, and the mental awareness thing, combine the two together, you can get a really accurate depiction of somebody's mental health
Yeah,
by how they are on social media.
they've already done
Like, you ever go to somebody's Instagram account and it's just like selfie after selfie after
Oh,
selfie after
pictures.
selfie?
Dude,
Like-
they do it. They take
like
off
2
likes.
likes,
No,
They
2
take off
likes.
likes.
You know what I mean? They
or
get 2
comment
likes, yet they're
on-
like,
Yeah,
fucking
no.
good morning,
Social
Instagram.
media is it shows a fake sense of self. You're showing only the best
Not
things.
necessarily.
Oh
the
my God.
okay,
necessarily.
You're
from
only
the,
showing
It
the
shows
best
so
you've done.
much more than that. All the
not
data
just
you
the,
get
no,
just
but
from
that's
what people
what you're
like.
talking about. What you're talking about is like the top. It's like the 1% of Instagram users, which are usually university girls who want to show
Like
off.
aesthetic,
Yeah,
like
It's-
they
they have
this,
they have a
like,
really curated Instagram. Usually, the way normal people use Instagram, or not even, I won't say normal. Let's say the large majority is they just post shit that they like or think or whatever. So they'll post memes, they'll post, but you
not
ever
on a
go-
basis of aesthetic, but on a basis of
It's
what they
but
like.
you ever creep on your coworkers. You know, let's see what the fuck this guy's about, you know? And then you just see they're into like BDSM or some shit. So
Hey,
like
listen.
they'll post Yoshi characters.
Listen, this is what I'm
Or
talking.
like
Okay, what I'm talking about. Okay, you see someone that you know is like has a decent job. There's a normal person dressed
Yeah.
right, and they post themselves dressed to the fucking nines,
Yeah.
and they're eating this at this
In
extravagant
Toronto,
restaurant.
in Toronto,
Yeah, like with all
Oh.
these people. It's like, okay, you look like you're having a good time, but I know mentally you're
Oh,
thinking
I
about,
know.
holy fuck,
Think
this
about
bill's gonna destroy me.
Yeah.
I don't. This bill's gonna ruin.
This bill's
So like,
it's,
I don't want that.
Oh,
don't order a
my.
second glass of wine. No. I can't afford that. Stop. No.
what's dude,
You know what I'm talking about?
the funniest shit is
Yeah.
you see a girl's Instagram page and like it curated pictures like filters.
Oh my god, I know.
Yeah, she was doing blow the night before with you. Do you know what I mean? Just a filthy gutter slut. Yeah, has this beautiful Instagram. Just a gutter slut snorting blow up. Do you know what I mean? Like, how many of those do you know?
A lot.
I know quite a few.
Facts,
I know a
facts,
fuck ton.
facts.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
You know who
Oh
you
my
are.
God.
You know who you
Yeah,
dirty
Social
bitches
media
are.
has honestly like changed the way that society is in
Okay,
general.
now
It's just,
to relate it back to fighting, how has social media changed fighting?
Oh.
Especially with what we were talking about earlier.
So much harder to become a celebrity with social media.
So-
So much harder because
it used to be you win fights. Oh my god, you're a huge star.
it's not like
Not,
that.
not anymore.
Everyone has 100,000 followers this day and age. Like that doesn't
Oh,
mean
my
anything.
God. 10K is
Doesn't,
not.
doesn't mean anything.
Derek Lewis.
He's
Derek
He's
Lewis.
the goat. He's the goat of social media. The greatest of all time. But listen, guys,
I literally the best memes. His page.
we're about a half hour in here, so let's get to some face matches and we'll wrap this thing up.
The fuck you trying to rush it for, dog?
It's got a
We're
fucking
eating
party to
chips,
go
dude.
to.
We're
It's
just
a long ass
chilling.
time for
We're
someone to
hanging
sit and listen to us for over about like if you have to
This
listen
is
to
like
us.
Joe Rogan.
What?
just
It's gonna be
released
a
on
normal
last
podcast.
podcast. 4 hours.
Yeah. Dude,
Joe
listen,
Rogan's last podcast is 4 hours.
fuck the people.
Let's
Who are you trying to
Like and follow, subscribe.
You're not trying to appeal to specific people who only have the patience to listen to for an hour,
Yeah,
or
fuck.
30 minutes. You want to appeal to a specific set of audience, because even though it's a small percentage in the city we live,
It'll grow.
it's a large. It's like, even though, let's say it's a small percent. Let's say 2% of people are a certain way, which is actually huge. 2% of 30 million, but 2% of 7 billion.
Yeah.
Man, you
That's
think-
a fucking
That's
shit ton.
who you're reaching with the internet. So like, fuck 30 minutes, dude. We're going for an hour.
Man, I'm having a really good time.
What
talking
do you guys
about
want to
this.
talk about? Huh?
Yeah.
The combat hour? No, this is the shit talking hour.
Yeah.
Things are changing up, boys.
Things are changing.
Probably gonna be your most watched podcast.
Yeah.
Sure.
We went off some deep tangents there, fellas.
It's gonna start off.
We're going to come back. How do we bring this back?
Well, I don't know. Give me a fantasy match. I'll tell you what I think about it.
Can I break one up?
Boxing or MMA? Yeah.
Either
Break
one.
some
I don't
up,
care.
break some up.
Both. I want to hear both.
Let's
MMA
mix
and
it up. Mix it up. Do a boxing. Do an
Yes,
MMA.
that's a good idea. Yeah, that's some pretty interesting ones here, though.
I have a crazy.
Okay, if
MMA
they're
one.
fantasy, do they like? Are you doing realistic like ones that could actually
I got
happen?
weight
That we
classes.
would love to
I
see?
have an amazing MMA one.
Okay, so
I'll tell you.
I don't-
I have an amazing.
140 pounds.
Yeah.
Ricky Hatton versus Adrian Broner.
Oh.
That'd be a hell of a
No,
fight.
Adrian
man.
Broner would get
That'd be a
destroyed.
crazy fucking fight. Let's be honest.
Okay, on AB is probably one of the most talented people I've seen out of Mayweather's. Like,
Mine is fuck.
he's a fucking retard.
Mine is fuck. Adrian
This
Broner,
dude's stupid.
you're turning 30 years old this year, dog. Come on, it's time.
He's a prime example of the biggest enemy being yourself.
Hell yeah.
He's his only enemy. He is his
Have you
only
seen the
enemy.
interview where he's like, everyone thinks it's like Floyd Mayweather lost because I lost, and I'm the
Yeah.
closest thing on the planet.
Yeah,
Floyd.
yeah.
No, bro.
Yeah.
No, shut the fuck up.
You see-
do your own thing.
I remember seeing, I forget, I think it was him fighting Maidana or something. I think it was that. It was the, I think it was 24/7 like Showtime.
Okay.
Probably.
And he was like in a hot, like with the camera crew, everybody there. He's in his hot tub, bunch of whores, bunch of his friends, all of them butt naked having an orgy
Yeah, I saw
for
that.
the. And when I saw, it, I was like, okay, this guy.
Before the fucking
he's
fight.
fallen into the trap.
Biggest fight of his life.
Biggest fight of his life
That's
at the
fucked,
time.
Yeah.
That was
What
literally.
happened in that? What happened in that fight?
He got
Slept.
destroyed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's a guy who's way in over his head before he ever made it.
Yeah.
If he could have just kept the discipline, if anything, Floyd is a greater man because at least he had the
He was
discipline.
25 years old then.
At least he had the discipline.
He's our age. He's fucking
Yeah.
our age, man.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
That is, I mean, though, if I had that kind of money, like now, like at this age, I'd be in a fucking hot tub full of whores.
Man, what's up? What's up?
Fuck it, dude. But no, I'm just joking.
But AB Ricky Hatton,
Maybe Ricky had.
I
okay,
think
disciplined AB because we don't know.
What's
We don't know.
AB though?
So AB disciplined.
Well, like AB at
On
140.
point.
It's AB at 140. We never was really disciplined at 140. He's kind of
That's
been a fucking an idiot. So.
The best AB we ever saw was when he fought Antonio DeMarco.
Yes, which is 130.
That AB, it'd be a close fight, and that's huge credit to. It's a huge compliment to Adrian.
I honestly think Ricky Hatton would win. I don't think he would stop him, but I think he would just take his will with like those hooks to the body that he used to have, and like he was just such a. AB likes to fight on the inside, but Ricky Hatton was a lot better of an inside fighter than AB was.
Oh, shout out to.
And honestly, Ricky Hatton's hand speed.
Shout out for wearing the capri shorts, bro. I've never seen a man with
Yeah,
the shorts in my life.
I take Ricky
God damn.
hit Manhattan. I take you by unanimous decision.
Yeah.
In a pretty bad beatdown. Yeah, I think you'll beat him down. You'll take his will.
Agreed.
Yeah, it'd be kind of like the Ward Kovalev fight, but it wouldn't be a stop.
Yeah.
Fucking
That was embarrassing.
Hold that thought. Don't give me another fantasy matchup.
Ward Kovalev. That was the second one. That was embarrassing to Kovalev.
He's an idiot, man. The guy's he just
What
quit.
happened?
He quit.
What happened?
He
Yeah, he
100%
quit, but what happened? What do you think?
Ward
he
stole
trained
his soul,
differently?
bro. Ward stole his soul.
Was it? But don't you think he was the one who should have came? Like, if you told me the result without telling me the names,
Right.
I would have said Kovalev.
Sorry.
Like, if you told me so they fought again, and one of the fighters won, and it was a stoppage, and it was domination.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
I would have been like, oh my god, it was Kovalev.
Yes, for sure, yeah.
But it was the exact opposite of who it should have been.
Yeah.
So the person who almost won, or where it was who felt he won, should have been the one to come back way better.
Yeah.
He didn't.
But
What does that show?
whose style is more
Shows
inclined
that
to adapt? Not Kovalev's.
Yeah, Ward.
Not Kovalev's. True.
True, but what I'm saying is it shows who wanted it more. So Ward, so the way Ward took his bare win is like people were saying he barely won. Oh, there was controversy. All right,
I think
I'm
I
gonna put a
scored it a
stamp
draw,
on it.
actually.
Which is the same thing Kovalev should have thought, but instead Kovalev was like, I almost won there. I'll probably almost win
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's true. And he looks for every opportunity for someone to help him.
Yeah.
Like, bro, the rep hasn't said anything about these body shots, so clearly he's
Is
allowed
there
to
any
happen.
other fighter from like Russia, not Ukraine, not from any? That's like making it big.
Sergey Derevyanchenko just fought.
Derevyanchenko?
Just
He's
fought.
not making it big.
He's not making it
He's not
big.
making it big.
He
Yeah,
just fought for
there's
the
no
title.
big name that's Russian. There's a lot of names like Lomachenko, and like even though the Ukrainian flag is advertised, the connection with Russia is always there.
Yeah.
Don't Ukrainians and Russians not like each other?
But like,
Imagine Kovalev Usyk on the border. They'll probably be killed. They'd be
I don't
fucking
know, yeah.
killed.
on the border.
Half the rings in one country, half in the other.
Oh, just build a wall over top of the wall.
Um,
Trump style. That's what it is.
Yo, this is an MMA fantasy matchup, bro.
Can't stand it.
Heavyweight Fedor Emelianenko versus John Jones.
God. Well, like,
Wow, the biggest two names.
You've never seen Fedor fight in the UFC. You've never seen John Jones fight a heavyweight.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this. I think John Jones would win.
Kills him.
I think John Jones win. I don't know about kills him though, man. Fedor had so much heart, and,
So much heart, but
and he
Fedor,
was very talented in his prime. He was crazy.
He
good.
would never. But this was back in the day, also.
I think John Jones wins a close decision, honestly.
Who did Fedor fight that you think would also put up a good fight against Jones?
Nogueira?
Nogueira would not put up a good fight against
Maybe.
Jones.
No. But I mean, that's the biggest name that Fedor's had.
That's true. That's a good point. That's a
But
really
even
good
back
point.
in the day, I don't think he really fought anybody that well.
Krokop?
Krokop, but I don't think Krokop beats
Okay,
John Jones
No,
either.
Krokop is like a.
Puts up a good fight, sure, yeah.
To me, Krokop's always been overrated.
Arlovsky? No.
Arlovsky's a fucking way overrated.
But even these are recent fights. Like I'm talking Pride days.
I don't know. That's the thing.
He fought Arlovsky in Affliction. Way back.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. That was.
He destroyed Arlovsky. Fucking killed him.
Okay, I have an MMA fantasy matchup, but that's not even.
I take John Jones.
That's not even fantasy.
What?
Yeah, I take John.
Oh shit, I know where he's going with this.
It's not fantasy.
Full
Like,
Ben
this is,
Askren on his ass, isn't it?
no, fuck Ben Askren. Even though honestly,
Fucking
Ben Askren-
Terry Fox.
If you're not Canadian, you don't know what we're talking about.
He's
Oh,
yo.
I
I've-
respect to
I've
all.
listened-
Honestly,
I've
respect to
listened-
all fighters, man.
I'm not a huge fan
I'm
of his
just
style, but
trying
I've
to get
listened.
views.
Yeah, I'm trying to get views. I respect him as a person. Like he actually seems like.
Seems like a really good dude.
Yeah,
I
good
just don't
shit.
like the way he fights.
Yeah, me neither.
It's not
But,
really fighting.
Dude, this fight got made. Fighter got injured. They tried to make it again. Injury. Paulo Costa. Yoel Romero.
Oh my
That
god.
Dude,
is
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never watched Paulo Costa.
Can we
fight.
have like
Okay, hold on.
extra testing in that fight? Because everyone's on all the steroids.
On all the
All the
steroids forever.
steroids.
Can you just say? Can I just say
UFC.
two of the
Pedro
best
Belfort.
athletes? Two of the best athletes I've seen.
I can't bet against Yoel Romero, man. I can't do it.
But Paulo Costa, dude,
I think I think Yoel Romero won his last fight.
against
Whittaker.
against Whittaker,
Yeah.
honestly.
Disgraceful.
If you drop a guy, how many times did you drop? 3 times.
Yeah.
If you drop a guy 3 times in a fight, you win.
There has to be
Just
just
off of a throw in the towel. Fuck it.
But
You know
there
what I
was not a single 10-8
What?
round. Not one.
mean? Not
Not
one
one.
10-8 round.
On any card.
And guess what? What significant shot or what significant moment did Whittaker have?
None.
Was Yoel ever as in trouble as Whittaker was?
He wasn't
I
in trouble
heard
at
he
all.
wasn't in trouble.
Ever, none,
like,
zero.
Whittaker
So
was
he won a
controlling
contest, he
moments.
didn't win a fight.
Exactly.
He won a contest, he didn't win a fight. And I love Whittaker. Whittaker's fucking. I don't know. He's just like.
He's a beast.
Who takes
He seems
Yoel's
cool.
beatings like that?
Yeah.
Who gets dropped by Yoel 3 times? That's why you won. You did it. All right, you survived.
Back to that matchup, bro. I gotta take Yoel. I have to.
I've never watched
I don't
Paulo
know,
Costa fight.
Here, I'll show you.
Monster.
He's called the
Is
Eraser.
he? What?
185. 185.
Is he in Bellator or some shit?
UFC.
He's
Yeah,
UFC.
put it on.
Why have I never watched him fight? He's called the Eraser.
He's called the Eraser.
He's a young Brazilian.
He's the most jacked fighter I've ever seen.
More than Yoel?
More than Yoel.
No.
Yeah,
Let's
more
see.
than Yoel. Yoel is 6 feet tall.
How tall is Costa?
6'2".
Oh shit.
6'2", and like his legs are tiny, but his
Is this
upper
guy good
body
at ground game?
He's Brazilian.
Israel was talking shit about this guy.
Yeah, he was. Now that would be another interesting fight.
Israel-
Israel bullies people.
He's a very different fighter. Man.
That dude's got mad stand-up skills.
Mad step. I think he is like the worst matchup for
For Israel?
Israel. I think
Yoel
he's the worst.
Romero was a terrible man.
Him and no,
Thing about Israel is you could tell.
Israel's 6'3". Israel's 6'3", huge reach advantage, and has fought explosive fighters.
Okay, I'm gonna have a great matchup for you, man. And let's pick a winner on this.
But I'm
Honestly,
saying
watching
the
this,
reason I'm saying this is
I pick
because
Yoel.
similar size, so there's no reach advantage.
Right.
Because if you look at the stats, I think it's 40%. No, it was like 60%.
Watching those highlights, I gotta go with Yoel. To me, he's got.
Between that,
Yeah. I think Yoel's.
that's it.
I think Yoel just.
High level of competition.
He's more like.
All the better
To
guy.
me, he seems. He doesn't really have a weakness to his game, other than I guess
He gets
stamina.
tired. He gets tired.
He gets tired midway through. the
He
third round.
finds a way. Though.
Dude, even the fight with Jacare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First half of the fight looked like a world beater. Second half of the fight, Jacare comes back, but Jacare's in.
Jacare's a monster.
He's not like.
Okay, well, what about this guy? Dan Henderson versus Yoel
Yoel
Romero.
Dan Henderson or Yoel Romero? Wow, what the fuck?
What?
He's just way too athletic.
Against.
Dan Henderson versus
Dan
Yoel Romero?
Henderson?
A prime Dan Henderson?
Okay,
bro?
Mark.
No.
Dan, okay, if Dan catches him, obviously, like, if he catches anybody with that right hand, fucking
Okay,
easily
here,
wins.
also, who wins? TRT Vitor or Yoel Romero?
Yoel Romero. He's TRT natural, bro.
Okay, then there you go. TRT Vitor beats Dan Henderson.
I got Yoel.
Sure, he was old, but nobody had never knocked him out. Dude, he lifted him up with an uppercut.
Fucking.
He lifted him up with
I
an
don't see
uppercut.
either of those guys beating Yoel Romero.
I see Paulo Costa
Well,
Maybe.
maybe beating Yoel.
maybe beating him up. I see Paulo Costa maybe knocking him out.
I don't think so.
Well, then
That
that's
fight's
they
supposed to
make it
happen.
happen.
It's supposed to happen.
It was supposed to happen.
Oh, what?
The injuries on both parties. I don't think they really want to fight each other either.
No.
Because
I
they
think
know it's
both know
dangerous.
I think they both know it's probably the worst fight in the division.
Some break.
So
Some break
they're both
damage for both of them.
injured.
Like,
When it comes
really
down.
got
They're
injured.
both times they tried to book the fight.
And one,
It was
both
Yoel
of
and
them
the other
injured.
one, and then now it's Costa.
Alright, guys, how about this one? Canelo versus Tommy Hearns at 154.
No way. Hold that.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna say something controversial.
That'd be the
I'm
craziest
gonna say
fight.
something controversial.
Okay.
Canelo.
I'm gonna have to agree with you, man.
Dude, okay.
I don't know.
When it comes to like Tommy Hearns, he had more power than Canelo.
First 2 rounds,
He was
Canelo's in
faster
trouble.
than
Yeah,
Canelo.
in trouble.
Trouble.
He was taller and had more reach than Canelo. But the thing is, we know Canelo can take a hell of a shot,
Yeah.
Took
and we know Tommy Hearns
Took-
can't.
literally took Triple G's best shot.
Cleanest right hands. Clean.
So
Right on the chin.
Went like this.
yeah,
And came back with like,
Tommy Hearns.
Right. So
significantly-
after the first fight, nobody talked about that. Nobody talked about that. Nobody talked about wow Canelo's chin. It was all it was a robbery.
Yeah.
Seriously, like nobody's gonna talk about Canelo's chin.
right.
I know, and it's like Tommy Hearns always faded like second half of the fight. If Canelo catches it, the dude, it's over.
Just remember Ray Leonard knocked out Tommy Hearns. Let's just remember.
Well, bro, Leonard had at welterweight. Leonard's power was amazing.
not Canelo power though.
No, but it was
Wasn't.
great. It was still really good. People just think of Leonard as some fast boxer. The dude was a fucking dog.
Yeah.
He would knock people out, bro.
All the old boxing heads out there are getting cheesed that our young generation is saying Canelo's gonna sleep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Your dad wasn't listening.
Bro, but my dad even says Tommy Hearns has no chin and no legs, which he doesn't. The dude gasses out. His legs are like fucking twigs, and he can. We obviously know he got knocked out by Iran Barkley twice. No, one was a decision, wasn't it?
What was the decision? I only lost twice. Yeah, I got fucked. But,
Bro, I know it was at light heavyweight or super middleweight or whatever, but no, man, you can't. If you don't have a chin, you can't beat
Canelo
Canelo.
went up to 168. Looked fine. He went to 168 and fought Chavez. He looked great at 168.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
It's
Chavez is
Chavez.
shit.
It's Chavez.
Chavez fucking.
He's
Even
literally.
his dad is ashamed that he's his son.
Facts.
Bro, I swear, like
Canelo, I'll adopt him. Come on.
Literally.
one of us could
Dude,
beat Chavez.
Dude, his dad literally would have adopted Canelo.
100%.
He was disgusted by his son after that.
He
fight.
was disgusted by
And if you're not, man, and what he doesn't understand is your son doesn't have to fight.
it. Not at all.
You
Good for
have to
him for
fight.
doing it though.
Yeah,
he's
of
like,
course.
He's like
He shouldn't
45
be
wins,
ashamed
3 losses
either.
or something.
You shouldn't be ashamed either. He didn't have to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got a great record.
Guaranteed he did
Padded
it.
as fuck, but
Probably had a lot to do with his dad.
He has a
That
great
was
record,
fun.
Marshall. But name me like 5 like dudes who have a chance at the Hall of Fame to defeat out of those 45 wins. There's not.
not one.
And I didn't say Hall of Fame. I said have a chance at the Hall of Fame. So yeah, I got to take Canelo because if you can't take a shot and if you fade, you can't beat Canelo.
Right.
And he'd have to stop Canelo in the first 4 rounds. He would have to, or else.
Yeah.
Also, we have to decide is this a 15 or a 12 round fight. Hearns fights 15.
But I don't think it would even go 12. I think it would be like 8 or 9th round stoppage by Canelo.
Think it'll go that long.
Probably.
Who's a big name for Canelo though?
He's fighting. He's gonna fight in a month.
Yeah, but
But
that's
who's a big name for him?
Like to fight.
At middleweight.
you know that's not really.
It's not.
It's
It's grabbing a belt.
Yeah, he's grabbing a belt. Grabbing a
I guess it would have to be Danny Jacobs. Just like
He's gonna fight the James Jacobs, maybe one of the Charlo brothers.
the Charlo brothers interesting.
Yeah.
That's the one that
There's,
interests me.
yeah.
Isn't one of the Charlo brothers fighting Willie Monroe?
Yeah.
That is a dude.
Willie
Why we
Monroe's
talk about that fight? What the
It's
fuck?
so far off, bro.
What the fuck?
Okay, it's so far
What do you
off.
guys think?
That's so hype.
What do you think?
Willie
Like Willie
Monroe
Monroe?
is so underrated. Yeah, what the?
He is
what are you
underrated.
talking about?
He's got
so
mad
underrated.
skill, but he doesn't have any power.
And he'll get knocked out by Charlo. He's got the
I don't know,
skills and the
man.
power.
I don't know, man.
Well, okay, which
Monroe
Charlo is
is
he fighting?
Jamal, big.
So he's fighting the good one.
Yeah.
I think they're both good. So.
I don't know. I don't like Jamal. I think Jamal's good, but Jamal is just like this guy who I don't really fuck with his game at all. But yeah, he's like your typical like let's go in, get in like an orthodox stance and throw like a jab right. He doesn't really have anything else to his game. His brother, on the other hand, knocks motherfuckers out cold.
I mean, I think the younger brother is one of the better knockouts of the two. When he knocked out what's his name?
Erickson Lubin?
Fuck
Bro,
you.
that
Back
the dude had like what 16 fights and he hadn't fought anybody. He was like 21. He fought a fucking kid.
Yeah.
True.
You see what happened to Julian Williams? He fought the bigger Charlo. Do you know? You seen that knockout?
Yeah.
God damn it! It's just catches his hand.
And Julian Williams is good, man.
Sleep.
Julian Williams is pretty good.
Yeah, Julian Williams-
He impressed me before that fight.
That's his only loss.
Yeah.
But yeah, Charlo versus Canelo would be a hell of a fight.
Charlo versus Canelo.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think anybody at 168 or 160 has a legitimate shot of beating Canelo. The only guy was Golovkin, and they'd have to fight again, which.
There's no way.
There's no
160,
way that's happening.
160 is the worst division of boxing. It's terrible. It's fucking awful. Number one guy is Callum Smith. Like no one. He has like 30,000 followers on Instagram.
But tell
Shout
me,
out to Callum
do you
Smith.
do you guys really think either of the Charlo brothers or Danny Jacobs, any of those three guys, Jamal Charlo, or Danny Jacobs, do you think any of those guys have a legit shot?
I think the best chance of him is Demetrius Andrade, to be honest. Andrade's
Really?
Yeah, I would say he has the best chance, but I don't think he would win.
Andrade's tough,
Yeah.
man.
I don't see anybody actually beating him right now.
No, none of those beat him. But
To me, he's the best fighter in the world.
he has to fight all of them though, because they're the guys of his era. He's fought the guys of his previous era.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
fought Floyd.
Yeah.
He fought Lara.
He fought Floyd.
He fought
pretty
Triple
early.
G. Yeah.
Yeah, he was what 22 when he fought.
If he
Floyd?
fought Floyd now,
I think
what do
he.
you think?
I think he
that
would beat
Floyd though, the Floyd that fought him then versus the Canelo now. So Floyd of 2013.
Floyd in 2013
Versus
Wow,
Canelo
that's not
2013.
long ago. Jesus Christ.
I'm taking Floyd still.
That was so.
No, I gotta take Canelo, man. Like,
I
but the
think
thing
with
is,
the experience he's gained, because he was still a baby then.
he's faster now, Marshall.
Like
He's got
now
more
he's
power.
finally like, dude, like he's. It's not like he's. Everybody's looking at, oh, okay, Canelo's like finishing up. Well, no, I think Canelo just started.
He's
He
28.
just exactly.
He's
He
28.
just had his
He's
first
28.
war.
What the,
Like
he's literally getting into his prime.
he just had a couple wars, which is like what you need to do, what you need to go through as a fighter
Yeah.
to mature.
Yeah.
You need to go through a couple fights where you go in with somebody who's your equal,
Right.
basically,
Yeah.
right? And you need to have a dirty dog fight.
Yes.
And that experience is what makes you an exponentially better
Right.
fighter afterwards.
Just for all the people that think that he's done, just remember he's the youngest person in that division that has a
Yeah.
belt. Of all the champions, he's the youngest one. So if he's done, one of the other guys, they're
He's-
fucking.
And dude, he beat Miguel Cotto after Miguel Cotto looked
Yeah.
like the best Miguel
The
Cotto
world
we've ever
beater.
seen.
Yeah, a
But
world.
this is what I'm saying. Guys in the previous generation beat all the dudes in the previous generation. It's time to beat the guys. in
It's
this
like
generation.
in MMA when somebody beats all the old Brazilians.
Yeah.
Dude, Canelo, yeah. To me, Canelo's already solidified lock Hall of Famer if he
Yeah.
retired right now.
Yeah.
He's probably the best junior middleweight of all time. 154 guy.
Yeah, because it's not like divisional people stay very
There
long.
was like Winky Wright and him.
Too many weight divisions boxing.
Too many weight divisions. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Way too many.
But that is a
Not
solution.
enough in MMA.
But the weight cutting thing in MMA is an issue, though.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
But it's an issue in boxing too. It's not
It
like
is.
it's a non-existent issue. It's still an
It's
issue.
very different.
The biggest, but again, that could be due to the ambiguity of like how to like where is the damage taken? Is it taken when they're fighting because of the weight cutting, or is it taken in the gym? And you can't differentiate that.
I know you've cut. I've never had to cut weight. I'm a heavyweight.
Fuck
So,
weight cutting.
I cut to 170 and I weigh
That's-
190.
That's fucked. I weigh 195. I cut to 178. I was gonna die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're already really lean. So.
And here's the thing: you
And
don't
you
feel
probably
like
looked fucked.
I look disgusting.
You probably looked like a fucking anorexic.
What's
You
up? Who's
look
ready to
like
fight?
that.
Who's ready to fight?
Guys ready
No
to go on
energy.
stage,
too.
give him a
No
double
energy.
bicep.
too. No energy.
Why'd you
too.
take that fight, dude? Your fight weight is like what you're walking
Just,
around.
bro,
right
man.
now.
mentally,
exactly.
you think the
'Cause
lower
you
you
think
can
you
go,
have to.
you can beat
think
up
you
these
have to.
small dudes. You're like, oh, I'm gonna go beat up these little guys. No, don't fight.
That's
the
not
people.
even why I did it. It was I looked at the pinnacle of the sport. What are my size guys fighting at? They're
Yeah.
fighting at 180, 185, 170.
Yeah.
I should, but I think there should be. I think it should go 155, 165, 175, 185.
Correct.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Correct. Yeah.
And that's not a lot of weight classes. That's just enough.
Just
Like
enough.
boxing is
Too
like
many.
you mess with like a pound and a half. Now you're
Bro,
in a new weight
boxing,
class.
you got one.
It's like Europe. You take 2 steps, you're in a different country. You know what I mean?
Bro, you got in boxing, you got junior featherweight 120, featherweight 126, junior bantamweight
Then you
130.
you get
I mean super featherweight 130, lightweight 135.
Pacquiao, 8 division world champ.
Yeah. Fuck off.
What?
Yeah.
He started his first fight. He weighed 100 pounds,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
100 pounds minimum weight.
Yeah.
No
Every-
fucking
everybody's
way.
Almost possibly went pro at minimum weight.
Minimum
I'm
weight?
still at minimum weight.
I've heard of it, but I didn't think there was any relevant fighter in the history of boxing to ever fight.
I'm pretty sure he fought a minimum weight. I could be wrong, but I'm
They don't count though. Sorry, I know you fight. Like I respect you for fighting, but how can we really take you serious if you weigh fucking
100 pounds. If I don't give a fuck how much skill you have at 100 pounds, I'm gonna fucking
Break you in half, literally.
I don't
Like
think
you
you're-
could beat the whole top 10 in a street fight.
Yeah.
You could take all 1,000 pounds in a street. Holy fuck! I could fucking leg press the whole division.
Like top 10 guys all at 100 pounds.
Oh my
Hey, don't need
god!
plates anymore. Just like move yourself around.
Jump on the machine, motherfucker. I got reps to do.
Absolutely.
But yeah, oh man.
And Mark, what did you cut? You weighed like 180 something,
I was like 195, bro.
and you cut to what?
178.
That's pretty deep too. It's not a 17, but you were really lean at 195, so you didn't have to cut.
It's fucked, man.
That's the point. Is why do like how do you eradicate it? How do you what is any way of
What is it?
fixing the problem?
Many packets.
Okay,
It's
what's
probably started at strawweight.
Super pain.
Oh, man.
We're trying to find the smallest weight to do.
It said light flyweight.
What the fuck
Light
is light
flyweight?
flyweight? Like
Light-
I
yeah,
get
it was
when
98
you're
pounds
in
and put
boxing.
weights in his
98
pocket.
pounds.
Hold on.
At 16.
Hold on. Pacquiao started his professional career. Well, when he was just 16 years old, he stood 4'11" and weighed 98 pounds. See, I
Yo,
told you I'm 100 pounds.
Read though. He put weights in his pockets to go up to 105. And he admitted it.
No
7
way.
pounds under the minimum weight division. He admitted before American media that he put weights in his pockets to make the 105-pound weight limit.
Wow.
He obviously won.
God damn it.
The thing, okay,
That's not somebody who wants to fight.
I get why
Oh, right, no,
by
that's
the
different.
lower weight classes you would have like
More
closer
heavy.
together because
Yeah.
if they lose more weight, they're losing a higher percentage of their body.
Of their body.
Literally.
Yeah.
But like 4 pounds though, like 126 and 130, do we really need that?
Yeah, that's
It
stupid.
should be like 120, 129.
In boxing, I think it should go 5 pounds.
Yeah.
But then you have your glory divisions because you don't need 154-pound division. What's wrong with 147 and 160? There's nothing wrong.
What's wrong with not creating a weight division? And let's say 2 guys want to fight and they're 2 different weight classes. Instead of fighting or making a different weight division so that they could fight, it's a catchweight bout at an agreed upon weight,
Right.
and the winner gets the other person's belt. That's it.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
so much
you,
sense,
you
right?
agree, you put it in the
Yeah.
contract, it's for the belt.
Hey, the best weight for me to fight at is this weight. The best weight for me
But
to fight at is this weight.
that being said-
this is the closest weight we can agree to. I can drop enough where it's not an issue.
But he can't ever defend the belt if he wins because he can't go take it down to that weight division.
No. But then the stipulation would be if the person that you're defending the belt against doesn't want to fight at a catchweight and you want to defend the belt, then you have to fight at the weight class.
Yeah.
It's only if the 2 guys agree. If the one guy, say you win the belt that way, the one guy wants to fight at 160 instead of like 155.
If the fighter has no intention of defending the belt or fighting anybody else in that weight class,
Really.
then it should be catchweight. It should just be if the question
If they
is
just want to fight.
exactly if
to
the
make
question
money
is,
for
hey,
the
these 2
fame.
guys, once is they're the best, once is that he's the best. He thinks he can beat him. He has no interest in fighting in the weight class afterwards. Neither does he. Well, we still want to see who the best between the 2 is. Agree upon a weight, whether it's a weight class or not, and fight at that weight.
There's nothing like a fight where 2 guys walk to the ring with a belt and one guy leaves.
Yeah.
That's
Bro,
amazing.
I love that shit.
I love that shit.
And you know what people are forgetting about the Wilder versus Fury fight? Wilder is still the lineal heavyweight champion. I mean, Fury is still the lineal heavyweight champion. The dude hasn't lost since he won the fucking championship.
And beat the bricks.
He's the man who beat them.
But what bothers me when he came back and fought those 2 guys, I don't care they're lesser opposition. Of course, he's gonna fight lesser opposition. But if you're the lineal heavyweight champ, you should be like, no, I'm only fighting 12-round fights, not a 10-rounder and an 8-rounder, whatever it was. You're the champ. Why are you fighting an 8-round and 10-round fight?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to fight the championship rounds.
It's
Yeah.
true. He probably just didn't know if he was in that good a shape then.
Yeah.
He fucking lost 35 pounds in 6 months, dude. That's fucked.
It's some biggest loser.
What's really weird to me about him is let's say I didn't know who Fury was and I was just scrolling through Instagram. If I watch him on pads, if I watch him hit the bag, it's like if I watch him move around, he doesn't look as good as he is.
What? I
He
think he's
doesn't.
great on the mitts.
You think he looks good on the mitts?
He's fast as fuck. The head movements. What?
You think he looks good on the mitts?
I thought honestly the only mitt work I've ever watched is the Zeus. The only mitt work I ever watched was the one that was recently posted like a week or 2 ago.
Yeah.
He was wearing those tight ass
Yeah.
shorts. and I thought he looked really good. But
I don't think to be the lineal heavyweight champion and to do mid work like that, like what I'm talking about, he's not the type of fighter that's gonna wow you.
I know what you
anywhere,
mean.
Do you know what I mean? But he's that's what's special about him.
When you watch him fight, he's like the fact that he moves so well. He's so light on his feet, and his hands are so fast. For being a 6'9", 260-pound man,
And not just 6'9" and 260, 6'9", 265.
yeah,
6'9", 260, high body fat percentage.
and
6'9", 260, skinny legs.
and he probably has the fastest hands in the heavyweight division.
100%.
He definitely has the best footwork in the heavyweight division.
Best head
But nothing about him looks impressive.
No.
That's fucked.
He's
That's
an
fucked.
unfortunate looking human being. His body doesn't look good.
That's fucked. He's the Daniel Cormier, except minus the John Jones thing.
I say,
Yeah.
I think
You know what I mean?
he's more athletic than Daniel Cormier. 6'9" and bounces around the ring. But yeah.
I know what you mean. Like Daniel Cormier looks like a fucking.
As in, he doesn't look like he should be able to stand up,
Right.
let alone fight at all.
Yeah.
And it's weird how athletic Fury. It's just fucked because it's like you're not used to seeing that type of athleticism out of somebody who
That looks like
doesn't look athletic.
Do you think he could get in better shape? Could he tone his body? I don't know.
Maybe he can't. Maybe it's just the way
I
he is.
honestly-
Free will. He doesn't have the free will to do it.
Don't you
God.
dare start this conversation.
The black hole.
I don't think people have a choice over what their body looks like realistically. And if you're more concerned over what your body looks like than you are skill, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, and I've seen like
Fucking cover.
bodies, dude. Like
Get on
bodies
my
look
shot.
different. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But our problem is like, yeah, I want the heavyweight champion
Look
to
like Joshua.
look like a fucking Joshua.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
But that being said, there's never been a champion that looks like Joshua. He's a one of a kind guy. Like Lennox Lewis was a freak.
Okay.
Tyson, they were freaks,
Yeah.
but they didn't look like bodybuilder, like skin.
No. But they
Dick
look.
skin, bro. Fucking
No,
dick
but
skin.
they look
Holyfield
jacked.
probably looked better than Joshua.
Holyfield looked better than Joshua. Tyson in his prime.
Yeah.
Sure, he wasn't the same size, but have you seen Tyson
Bro, Vladimir Klitschko.
with abs?
His legs.
Tyson with abs.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
fine.
With the, like,
Yeah.
and he has the one, and he has the little shiny tooth.
Yeah.
Dude, that is terrifying. That's I'm gonna fight an entire
The
police
parks, they have the
force.
fucking parks.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight the entire police force.
Fucking Stoneful.
Dude, an entire police force terrified of one man.
Yeah,
That is the most iconic photo in all of combat.
Yeah, I think those would be the top three like bodies, physique wise.
Yeah.
Amanda, Tyson, and Joshua. And then Lennox is a close fourth. Lennox is a freak.
Yeah, he looked good too. Bro, you forgetting about Vladimir Klitschko?
Klitschko.
He looked
Big
amazing.
facts. Big. At 40 years old, he was in better shape than most people on the
He
planet.
still looks great.
Yeah.
He does.
Still looks great.
All time great, bro. Fucking people sleep on Klitschko. He's a top. I got him at number 5 on my all time heavyweight.
I think Usyk's gonna look a lot better at heavyweight. He's gonna be thick, bro.
Thick.
And his
How
muscles.
do you think Vecino would do at a higher
He's gone up like 4 divisions already. How much higher can he go?
more?
Stop. He can't go to welterweight. He goes to welterweight, he gets fucked.
Does he though?
Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, or Thurman. I don't think he beats
Okay,
anyone.
him and Errol Spence makes my day.
Lomachenko.
Loma and Errol Spence makes my
He's not
day.
even the best fighter in the division at welterweight.
But
But wait,
I
Loma
love-
fights at 130 now, right?
And he's
Or
moved up
135?
135. And he moved up like 4 divisions.
Bro, Errol Spence walks around at like 175.
I know.
It's a problem.
I
He
just
would-
would love to see
Like
that.
talent wise,
Thick.
they're very.
Errol Spence looks thick as fuck.
Errol Spence is probably of the up and coming guys also one of my favorites.
What about
Talent
Terrence
wise,
Crawford?
they're both really good. But Spence is just so much bigger. and
Bigger,
stronger,
yeah,
you know?
obviously.
Like, and he goes to the body. That's not.
It's just I wish the two of them were the same size because I would love that's the fantasy match.
Mikey Garcia is in his division. Why can't we get Mikey Garcia versus Lomachenko?
That's true. That's true.
That'd be
Yeah,
a
why
great
is Mikey
fight.
Garcia?
He's gonna get destroyed.
Yeah,
by Spence.
yeah.
Mikey Garcia is a
He
great
literally
fighter.
can't.
Yeah.
This is he's Mikey Garcia. I'm Errol Spence.
Yeah,
Literally, it was
literally.
like
Literally.
fuck, bro.
So if Mikey Garcia can do it, what about Loma?
We're gonna
Who
find out.
would do better? You think before the fight happens? Who would
Mikey
do better?
hits harder, but Loma's got better footwork, so it's hard to say.
So what's more important?
At a
You're
higher
fighting
weight,
a bigger
at
guy.
a higher weight class, is the footwork.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you're not gonna have the power with him
Exactly.
regardless. He's still gonna hit
Exactly.
harder.
Exactly.
But yeah,
Bro, honestly though, it's all about Crawford versus Spence.
100%.
Now that fight is gonna be amazing.
Shout out to Terrence Crawford and his girl. Stay honest. You know what I mean?
Do you think he does? Though? You think he stays honest? He can't. There's no.
Staying honest. Hey, don't listen
I'm
to my
not
boy
gonna
here.
lie.
He's staying honest.
I'm not gonna lie, man. His girl's hella thick, but like,
Hella thick.
I ain't gonna. I don't mind it, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. See, I don't mind it. But yeah, like, no disrespect. I'm just showing being.
There's a
showing
gorilla
love.
out here ready to bang.
Nah,
You better
nah,
stay
nah,
honest.
nah.
You better
I'm
stay
just
honest.
saying. Look, deep, like, never mind.
Hey,
Yeah, but yeah, I think honestly, talent-wise, I think Terrence Crawford is the most talented fighter in the world.
Terrence Crawford, the most
I
talented
think he's
fighter
the most,
in
the best
world.
all-around fighter. He could box both stances. He knocks people out. He goes to the body. He's a great counter puncher. His footwork is amazing. He knows how to fight backing up. He knows how to walk somebody down. But Errol Spence is probably the best body puncher in the world. And he's significantly bigger than Terrence Crawford. I don't know who's going to win that fight. Yeah, Marsh, you want to go get that butt? Get closer. You're not even talking anyway, but I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think Terrence Crawford. I think
Who's
that
faster?
between the two,
Between the two.
I think Terrence Crawford has faster.
See, I think the only reason people are saying
I think
Spence
Crawford
will beat him,
wins a close decision.
the only reason people are picking Spence,
I
because
think Spence would win.
it's pretty 50-50
How?
now on who people think is going to win. The only reason people think Spence is going to win is because he's a little bit bigger. That's it. He doesn't do anything better than Bud does.
Yeah.
Crawford's a great body puncher, but I honestly think Spence is a little bit better of a body puncher than Crawford.
Okay, but it's negligible.
But if that's his only advantage, if that's the advantage, if that's the difference,
Size,
right? Size and
body punching.
body punching, then who's gonna win in a fight?
Well, Crawford also
It's kind
goes.
of, but like if they're tit for tat otherwise,
Mhm.
and the one guy's bigger,
Mhm.
and in terms of body punching, he
I know
sets
what
it
you're
up way
saying.
better. Do you know what I mean? Like body punching pays off
But
later in the
Crawford
fight.
sets up his
He's
body.
bigger.
But you're
He's
not-
wearing him down.
You're
And the tit for tat
not
everywhere else.
you're not putting any pros in it for Bud. You're saying it's all even, and then
It's all even except for the fact that he's bigger. Like when it's millimeters and nanoseconds. That
But I
kind of
think
stuff
the
matters.
body punching
That
is
kind of stuff
millimeters
matters.
too. Like I think Terrence Crawford's footwork is quite a bit better than Errol Spence's.
Crawford's fought the way better opposition. It's not even close.
Crawford has fought.
And Spence has never seen somebody who's gonna go southpaw, then change to orthodox, and then possibly go back
Yeah.
to southpaw, like in the middle of the fight. So
There's not many people out there with a killer instinct like either of those guys.
no,
They're both fucking savages. So like
they both don't go in the fight like a Floyd Mayweather.
they've never
Yeah,
fought
They
anyone.
go in the fight
Yeah.
to fucking
Yeah.
destroy.
Yeah.
No matter if they have to box a guy for 12 rounds like
You
Terrence
can-
Crawford
you
just
can see
did,
their eyes. You
he
can
ends
see
up
their
knocking him out in the 12th round.
Yeah.
Because that's what he
I
wants.
saw that instinct in Usyk, man. When he was getting hit with clean right hands and smiling, I was like, this guy's
smiling, and it's just a
fucking
look in their
psychotic.
eyes, like the psycho look in their eyes.
Yeah.
It's gross, bro. It's gross.
I think Crawford is the most, in my opinion, the most talented fighter in the world. But I think Canelo is the number one pound for pound fighter because of what he's accomplished. I don't think he gets the credit he deserves because like everyone puts him in like, oh, he's a top 5 pound for pound. He's not the best.
Yeah.
Dude, what more does this guy have to do to be considered the pound for pound best fighter in the world? He has one loss to a top
The
5
greatest
fighter to ever live.
of all
At
time
22 years
in
old.
that argument. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he's probably the third best fighter behind Robinson and Roy Jones.
Yeah.
And that's his only loss.
Before we're gonna wrap up right after this. Pick your bet. Who's number one pound for pound boxer and number one pound for pound MMA right now on the planet.
Number one
Oh
pound.
And then
wow.
we're gonna end it on that.
Number one pound for pound boxer. I
Can't be not John Jones.
You can't.
Not
it
including
can't
John
be?
Jones.
It can't be. You
I
can't-
guess he's active again, so you can't.
No,
but
no,
it's
no.
not. It's not fun. 'Cause
Okay.
It's like we're all gonna
Yeah.
say John
Number
Jones.
one
but that's-
pound for pound boxer. I got Canelo Alvarez.
Okay.
Number one pound for pound. Obviously, I think John Jones is the best, but since he hasn't fought, whatever, he was suspended. The number one pound for pound MMA fighter.
It doesn't even have to be.
I can't say
Accomplishment
Daniel
wise.
Cormier because the man that I think is better than him is the guy.
But it doesn't even. Okay, how about this? The pound for pound boxer favorite fighter right now in terms of MMA.
Favorite fighter in MMA?
Yeah.
It's John Jones.
But up and coming.
Fuck this guy. We're done with you, man.
No, fuck you, John Jones.
Um,
Stop being so fucking good.
My favorite up and coming fighter, like somewhere. Fuck man, I've been out of the loop at MMA for a while. I used to watch this shit a lot. favorite.
Robbie Lawler?
He's not up and coming, dude.
No, but he's like a favorite fighter.
He's one of my favorite fighters.
You know who he's fighting?
Who's he fighting?
Ben Askren.
It's gonna be a
Ben
scrap.
Askren's first fight
That's
is Robbie Lawler. Is murder for him.
I think
He was
Askren's
talking
gonna
about-
get fucking
Dude,
destroyed.
he was talking about it too. He goes, "Yeah, I think Dana White wanted me to lose because if you think about it, he's the only guy he didn't call out. He has a wrestling base that
Dude, he
was
trains with great wrestlers at
Yeah.
ATT all the time.
all the time and is ferocious.
His takedown defense is pretty good.
If he
Did you
touches-
see what he did
Whoa.
to Johnny Hendricks, who was a really good wrestler?
He's gonna touch that chin, and we're gonna see what Ben Askren's made of. That's
Yeah,
what
let's see Ben.
Askren's never really been like peppered with shots.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna be throwing
Has-
combinations, walking him down.
Right.
He's the only way Askren could win is if he takes him down.
That's what he was saying. He's like, Dana White doesn't like me, and the first fight he gives me is Robbie Lawler. Seriously, the only guy that like could beat me.
Yeah.
That has
He
to
will
probably
be.
He probably will. Which then what?
And
what
he'll
does that
probably
do?
stop
Yeah, I'm on the other side.
Well,
of the
Tyron
fence.
Woodley
I
would
think
destroy it.
Lawler's past it. I think Lawler.
Yeah,
would
what the
take
fuck does Askren do against Tyron Woodley?
him. Tyron Woodley's a better wrestler.
They've already said they won't fight though. They've already made it clear they're not fighting each other because they're from the same camp. They're good friends.
But then what's the
What the fuck is he fighting in the UFC
Askren,
for?
even coming into the
Askren
UFC.
is Tyron's fucking wrestling coach.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
Listen,
my
I think
God.
it's this. I think the only thing they were trying to do with Askren is test out. So they used the Demetrius Johnson. They're trying to scrap 125.
Yeah.
So they did that, right? You have the champ go elsewhere because he is the champ. I would argue that he didn't even lose the fight with Henry Cejudo.
Fucking
So a guy who didn't lose, do you know what I mean? Who was considered the greatest of all time in the sport, who accomplished more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Win,
Yes.
they don't make money off of him.
Hold up.
And they want to stop. They don't want to pay him anymore.
Other than John Jones, okay, Canelo is my number one pound for pound boxer. Tyron Woodley, I got number one pound for
Done.
pound.
That's a good
MMA, other than John Jones. John Jones is the fucking best ever.
Let's go.
Me? I'm gonna say Canelo. No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna say Loma.
Okay, so I thought you were
Yeah.
gonna do that.
I'm gonna say Loma, and I'm gonna say. This is kind of like a cop out, but you know what? My boy Rockhold.
Best pound for pound.
Not best pound for pound. We're just saying MMA fighters.
See, he's on a first name.
Hold on.
He's on
I'm
a
not
first
that
name
close.
basis. He knows him. It's Luke to him. It's not Rockhold. It's Luke.
Luke, yo, hit me up, bro. No, I
that
think
long,
in terms of the, I'm not saying pound for pound because we were saying MMA up and coming.
Okay.
I think he's the up and coming comeback. Because after getting stopped,
Way to change the question.
yeah, okay, but we're getting creative here.
Alright.
Rockhold gets knocked out by Bisping. Disgusting. Make me fucking puke.
Barely beat
Be
Branch.
embarrassed to call you, barely beats Branch. Then
And then just
Absolutely mangled.
gets fucking, I don't even know what, there's not even a word for what happened.
Oh god.
And he wasn't even fighting like himself against Yoel.
But yeah, who?
Blasted.
What did you guys
Dude, he
expect?
dropped him like a bag of groceries.
What did you guys expect? Though, man?
I
Like, there was
picked
fucking.
you all to win that fight for sure.
I thought Luke would put up a competitive fight. Because Luke fought Jacques Ray before. And it was competitive as fuck. And he
Yeah,
won
Luke
that
can,
fight.
Luke can fight.
Luke
He's
can
good.
scrap.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
he's
That's the
really
thing.
athletic.
But
Luke
it's
can
just
scrap.
this. He has no chin.
Is it that he doesn't have a chin?
He's
or
cutting too much weight. It's what's going on.
Is the weight cutting catching up to him now? Because what doctors say is if you keep cutting weight, it's not like your body gets used to it. No, it gets worse on your body.
That's what
It's
Roy's
an
happened
even
to
bigger
Roy
toll.
Jones.
Yeah, so your chin starts to go because your brain, it can't rehydrate as fast anymore.
Right.
It takes a minimum of 72 hours as it is.
Yes.
Then to put years of fighting and cutting weight on top of that, chin goes. Chin
Did you
goes.
say year two yet?
No, I gotta make my pick.
And yo, what?
But for real, Israel Costa, Paulo Costa, unreal fight.
All
too.
right,
Yoel.
my picks.
I wanna see it.
Terrence Crawford's the best on the planet boxer right now.
It's crazy. We all have different guys.
And
But I wouldn't even be mad at picking either guy's.
either one of those guys. No, all three of those are good picks. And then I think it's easier in boxing now because there's so many good dudes. MMA is one guy that hasn't fought, and then everybody else is kind of like very far below it.
Yeah.
Generally, it depends on what weight division.
And then number one pound for pound right now, I'd have to say is Daniel Cormier, which is
No way.
Which is
The man who lost
No
twice.
way.
It's pathetic.
Hold up though. One last fantasy matchup. Have you ever watched James Toney?
Yeah.
James Toney versus
Yeah.
Andre Ward at super middle.
Andre Ward?
Who wins? That's the matchup I was telling you, dog.
Andre Ward.
Wow.
Andre Ward.
Andre?
Andre Ward.
Shit, I don't know about that, dog.
Andre Ward.
I gotta take James Toney by like split decision.
Which James Toney to show up that night? Like, fuck.
The one who battered Iran Barkley. That one.
You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say James Toney.
I got James Toney, dog.
What's
It'd
up?
be a great fight, though. Alright, say your fucking outro, bud.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We went real long today. It was flowing.
Fucking hell, it's 10.
But yeah, we're gonna just go on.
You know what? Yo, you know what? Here's what's gonna happen. Live announcement. We're making this up on the spot. We're doing it. We're gonna do a combat hour, then we're gonna do what do you call it? Just a bullshit hour. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, let's do it like
Just an
every
hour,
week.
yeah.
Every week.
A weekly bullshit hour.
All right.
Matt could say more than bullshit.
I know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Matt got mad at me for saying
Next time we'll
different
have,
cardiovascular.
Kiwi
systems.
Herman. But all right, guys. Take care. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, peace, bud. Yeah. Fuck off.